as Michael slowly digs a long hole in the ground.
Give me a perception check.
Please not be dog shit.
Be really funny if it was.
19!
Alright,
Good
you're digging.
shit.
As you are digging, you notice, coming over the hill, there is an individual walking.
He's gonna stop and plant his shovel in the ground and rest his arms on it. He's just gonna watch him approach.
Yeah, you watch him approach, and as they get closer, they are a familiar face. It's Amy.
What?
And he takes a moment and he looks back towards the people near the ship. And he leaves his shovel where it is and he walks out towards her.
Yeah, you get close, and she sees you, and then she starts running like, "Oh my gosh, you fucking made it!"
And he's there, and he's just you're real.
What? I mean, we've been kind of over this debate, but I think I am.
No, you're real.
Yeah.
And he's just looks back towards the group.
You look back towards the group. You actually see Soot quickly approaching. She starts running up. She summons a giant buzzsaw blade and hurls it forward. And it hurls past you, past Amy, and stuck in the air as suddenly an invisible body materializes behind Amy and falls over. Amy looks back.
Is it that
Holy
guy?
shit, that was following me?
That was still alive?
Was it the same thing?
Yeah, you look down, the wounds on the stalker are the same as the ones you've inflicted previously. Okay. That
How are you still alive?
Okay. So, I will now tell you the comedy of errors that is Amy's survival. Amy tells you this in character. It's a lot funnier if I just do it. Because I rolled for this.
You rolled for this.
I didn't want to just
You're right.
GM
She does
will.
She doesn't.
So what happened is, as she was falling down the chute, Gent also fell down a lot higher up and saw over the security cameras that Morgan had taken the body on level 6 that he wanted for himself. And so he was like, oh shit, well, okay, I need to create a new body. So he did that. He called to his friends on level 3 or whatever, and they made him a body. Amy hit the floor and took that body herself.
Yeah.
The old guard up there saw her, shot her dead. She then teleported to the body that Morgan left on the train.
Okay. I thought you said it would be out of range.
I said you didn't know if it would be out of range or not.
Okay.
However, Morgan left all of her old software in that body, and combined with the 2 trauma she took by hitting the bottom and then dying again,
Reset?
it completely wiped her and she reset, which is why she couldn't call you because she lost all of her software. She woke up an hour later, went to the nearest upkeep terminal, which is A pink over here, where she rolled 3 consecutive dance moves software. She gave up, walked back to the train, took the train up to some of these facilities, and slept.
So she was just asleep during all of that. Wow.
Damn. Well, how'd she get off the planet, though?
You guys are still on the planet.
Yeah. We're landed. We're doing stuff.
You re-landed so that Soot could do some maintenance.
Oh. Then
Yeah.
why did you take off in the first place, then?
Earthquake.
Oh, yeah. No.
So, yeah. Still, very suspicious through the whole thing.
You can, scan her brain. No black. Let's see, what'd she have?
He goes through it. He goes through it again. He looks over at Soot. He looks at her.
Yeah, so she currently has red and orange from dying and then glitching out, and then she has a bunch of pink. from the software she just
like,
got.
Looking at her, looking at Soot, looking back, like checking for fallacy.
How did you get out?
Dixon did what he wanted.
What did he want?
See?
Oh!
Yeah.
I see. That's not...
Everyone is dead except me and Morgan.
Okay. I mean, that's kind of what we wanted. Kinda.
Morgan and I aren't currently on the same page, but,
Reasonable. She, like, sort of, like, looks back to Morgan, which, if you remember correct, the last time she spoke to Morgan, the girls are fighting, and also you were kind of zoned out.
The last time they spoke was... Wait, what was that?
Weren't you disappointed? Or Amy was disappointed?
Yeah, she said something along the lines of, I can't believe I respected you.
Oh yeah, and then she fell out of an elevator.
Yeah.
That was right after we murked that guard in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
You punched him.
Because you ganked his ass. So, he holds for a moment, looks between all of them, and then just big hug.
Aw. Yeah, she's sort of surprised by this, but like...
Yeah, no, he's just latched on.
After a bit, she just sort of like pats your back, like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, no, not having a good time. But yeah, having a little bit of a better time now.
Mm-hmm. What? So what is this? Who is this? Hey, I know all about you.
Okay, so in short terms, space government bad, space rebellion.
I want to give her the same option as you, buddy.
Okay, but nothing I'm saying is that.
I mean,
Space
I
government
just want to make it clear here, like.
Yeah. So, spy stuff. Spy. Government bad. That's who sent us. That's who made us. And sent us here? Did you send us here?
Yeah, I mean, the organization, yeah, Lapis.
Yeah, okay. They sent us here to do stuff. That's why we're here. Yeah, we know that.
Amy sort of like looks at,
So, yeah. Space government bad. Evil monsters trying to kill the galaxy. They're trying to stop that. And that's all that you can know without being also a spy.
Okay.
So,
But we have like not to that's a lot. I'm just gonna ignore all of it.
Yeah.
Can we leave? Like that's a ship over there. Can we go?
Yeah. Apparently we can just leave with them.
Okay.
Wait, actually no. We can just like do whatever, right? Like this was what you said.
So it's like, again,
we forget everything.
Yeah,
and
if
just
you forget everything, you just
blue
go
pill.
whatever. Yeah. I
Go
get the
back to the
reference.
Matrix.
Go back to the
Simulation.
live new lives.
Yeah, it's up to you.
So if you want to do that, then that's cool.
Respectfully, I don't want to go back to the people who destroyed the armor that was my sentience. Kind of a lost trust there.
Well,
That's not gonna happen.
wait. So like, what direction is that? Which way are you moving?
I want to be alone. I want to go anywhere else and not deal with any of this ever again.
Perfectly rational.
Incidentally, do you still have the software? Did you get it back? The one that gets rid of brain bad? You do. Or
Yes.
let's see, maybe.
One of us has it. Oh yes, I have that actually.
Do you? Okay. Can I have that, please?
Yeah, we'll get you in the Batman transition noise.
Mm-hmm. And you upload that, and she removes the garbo, the brain bad. Morgan, you can like do things whenever you want.
What do you mean?
Like you are.
The group is sort of left, so if you want to follow the
You're
group.
kind of just by yourself after Soot ran out.
I've just been inside the ship, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's Amy at?
Amy's outside with Soot and Michael.
So she's eventually gonna come on board, so I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
Well, there's one thing I do want to do before we leave, but yeah, I was planning on leaving too.
Leaving.
I mean, the planet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we would stay here.
No reason. Also, it's probably going to tear itself apart. maybe?
Yeah, I felt that. That wasn't... Yeah, okay.
I mean, we fucked up the main gravity core of the planet, so...
Did you? Oh.
Oh, well, maybe not the main one, but one next to it, and...
Yeah, let's leave. Let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Just need, like, maybe a minute or two.
Yeah, Soot just sort of, like, summons a shovel and overarms it at you. Not overarms, but, like, just tosses it at you.
Oh, well.
Convenient, right?
Yeah, super convenient. How can you do that and have a rune?
The rune is separate. You know
You
this.
have a bone and a rune?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Seems like overkill. Okay. Definitely not holding a grudge.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
there are some fucked up cultists on Origin who will just, like, kidnap people and extract their souls and just put all fucking runes on them, like 20 fucking runes, and have a bone and just go ape shit.
That's great.
It's a bad place to live. Don't live there.
Dixon route. But yeah, Michael goes over and starts continuing to dig his long hole.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Soot returns to her work as Amy sort of like peeks into the ship. Hey. Waves.
I, Amy, can't even believe to see you here. It is good. And I am sorry.
Wow, that was forced.
Yeah.
Also, I don't really think I want to go by Amy anymore.
It's fine.
I kind of, I don't know, you guys all chose your own names.
What would you like to be called?
I'm still thinking about it, but for now, I'm going to go by Haley.
Alright.
Like, it's close enough, but also it's kind of my own.
No. People in the future are going to make fun of you for having normal names. Watch out!
Yeah.
To be fair, the Zenith people, like, their names are weird. That's kind of intentional. I took inspiration from the Clone Wars clones, how they'll fucking name each other. They're like fucking
shit.
Rex and Mayday.
That's what I was, like, cut, chop, slam, bang.
Zoinks.
Zoinks.
Here's my man over here, bowl.
Jinkies.
Anyway.
I
Sort
just
of.
figured you were the first most and probably greatest, casualty of my incompetence mostly. I couldn't handle the situation. I just snapped. So...
Well, in a weird, backwards way, you did kind of save my life, again, by leaving that body on the train. So...
Mm-hmm.
I think we're square.
I think we're square.
Where's Dixon?
Wait, did
Dixon...
I did say that. He got what he wanted.
You didn't say where he went.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dixon is...
But you sounded like what you made Amy sound like she understood.
Well, he
Not entirely.
let the monster out. She doesn't know where he went.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From our understanding, he is still down there under, I believe, the Siren's control.
Oh, he's super dead. He's super dead. Okay, that's unfortunate.
That's not true.
That's
That's I'm under control.
That's unfortunate, but honestly, weirdly, probably what he wanted somehow. So I'm not. She just like throws her arms in the air.
What did he sign himself up for?
I'm gonna be like out of character, so you guys are like the biggest haters. He's under control. He's like, no, I just
Dixon.
wanted it.
I mean, water.
Team Dixon.
No.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, what are you doing out there?
Yeah, he has started to dig just sort of about like 1.5 foot by 6 foot little trench in the ground, and he gets it about like 2 or 3 feet deep before it hits sort of like tough earth and like this is actually taking a while.
Oh, okay. So, not dirt, ice.
Ice, right? Yeah, it's taking a while to just sort of break away.
Weirdly too, like you can fucking taste it at this point. It's salt.
Ah, yes.
Ooh.
What do I have in my?
You have athletics. If you want to roll it with a d4.
Oh no, I was just looking at my stuff that I have.
Well, just for shits and giggles anyway. Roll.
Right.
I want to see how good of a hole you make.
Yes.
So yeah,
is
roll
it
with a
good
D4.
hole?
With a D4 too.
That is a 2 and a 2. It's 4.
It's a 4. It's basically you do the best, but it's fucking solid ice
solid
that's been
salt ice
for years and years and years.
I make a good enough hole to cover it back up.
Yeah.
But, so we went through our old equipment, right?
Mm. What do you mean?
Like back when we got.
It depends. Some of your bodies were destroyed, but some of them were like set aside and saved. What are you looking for?
How much of our stuff was left from the pile of stuff?
Do you mean the stuff that you were disarmed
Yes.
from? Well, let's see.
Do you actually have a list?
It might be. There might be a list. Let me see.
No, I think I just
yeah,
have
no.
a
I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't think you have
Anything?
anything.
Or
like you didn't specify anything. What are you looking for?
Oh, what was it? Oh, hold on. I'm looking for. What was it? One thing. Didn't Dixon fucking medic-aid me from dying once? Yeah?
Yes, but that body was obliterated when the siren charged through.
Yeah. So, you know what? Yeah, he makes this sort of shallow grave, and he takes his steel pipe and remnant of his shield, and he lays it in there. And he starts to cover it back up with the salt. And you know what? He'll take the shirt off that he's been wearing and just grow a skin shirt. And,
Awesome. Great sentence.
Right? He takes off his actual shirt and just... Whoop. And, actually, no, he just put the shovel in there. He plants it at the head of it, and he hangs the shirt over it. And, yeah, he'll slice open the side of his finger, and he writes on the shovel head with the shirt, yeah, just Dixon. Yeah, he puts that there. Sort of writes it in his own synth blood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and he stands and he looks at this makeshift grave that he's made, and
may he rest in peace, because if he doesn't, we're all in trouble.
Ha! Yeah.
May you rest in peace and not live in turmoil. And yeah, so I'd say he doesn't really have anything else.
I mean, you do have like a little file of I think it's called Mind Scorch, where you can plug it into your brain. It'll delete all the Void Song.
Yeah.
Or not delete, but it'll turn it into glitches. I don't know if that matters. You kind of got that recently.
How the hell would you? It's a program.
The fish was there, right?
The fish has been all over the place. I think the fish was destroyed, but like you can have like a little piece of the projector of the fish if you want. You could have found.
Yeah. No, he leaves that there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he just turns it on, and he turns and gets back on the ship.
All right. And you guys take off.
And they're off.
You guys head up. So, full disclosure, there's gonna need to be a small amount of murder if we're gonna get out of here.
There's already been a murder subsequent to the amount of not insubstantial, so...
Well, you know our track records.
Uh-huh.
What she said.
Yeah,
but
so
in less words.
just give me just like 2 seconds. So as you guys pull up to the dock, which you see is like... Yeah, like a little space station orbiting like a satellite. She radios in. She's like, all right, yeah, no, I'm passing. We're going. We're leaving, right? And she gets confirmation from the dock, which is manned. She pulls in, and you enter like a weird sort of box that is completely white on all sides, and it closes in behind you. Or you know what? Actually, you guys, the door to the box opens, but you guys don't enter. How this works is the entire area will be sanitized. Similar box on the other side of the universe will be sanitized, and you'll be teleported from one to the other. Okay, so just sit tight, I guess. And she summons, functionally, a dimension door. She takes the bomb and pushes it through the dimension, and you can see like a hallway. Cool, and I'm just gonna close that. She does so. Cool. She then creates a second dimension door that seems to have like a gravity seal on it, and it's out into open space. She pushes the second bomb in there. Alright. Closes that, and it sort of floats into the box. Cool. One more. Creates a final one. It opens up, and it's the basically control center for that satellite. She walks in, door closes. You wait like 30 seconds. Opens again. Everyone is dead. She walks back in. Okay. And you see, as it closes, there's like a sound, and then it opens again, and it's gone. Alright, so we just sent that bomb to where we're supposed to be going. It'll blow up, destroy all the evidence. People will assume there was a malfunction and both sides blew up, because that's what usually happens. Now we get in there. She pulls up to the ship. It closes. And that bomb is on a timer. It'll go off in 10 minutes. But by then we'll be long gone.
Yeah, uncomfortable distance, but I assume safe.
Oh no, we're gonna be on the other side of the galaxy.
Distance of time, just...
Sure.
Just sort of looking at that bomb right now.
Don't worry about it.
Physically impossible.
And you guys teleport away to somewhere.
And we are somewhere else.
So you guys reappear in a different dock. And the door opens, and you fly out, and you are in the middle of deep space. And there's just an arc sort of parked there. It's about, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to see in space with the size. You imagine it's the size of 2 or 3 blocks. And you just slowly are approaching it.
You know, Michael, well, you were the second person there, but I don't know if you've heard my conversation with Amy, but I'm trying, especially after a night's sleep, finally, I am sorry. I've inconvenienced you, and
there's a genuine chuckle from that one.
Sort of, you were quicker to show signs of distress about our situation than I was, but what I thought wasn't getting to me ended up getting to me, and...
No, I get that. You didn't want anything to hurt you.
So, yeah.
And
so it's...
And what I did was, I tried to grab the most powerful thing. I tried to be God. And I got real fucking close, too.
Until... God,
Actual. Well, not actual, real God.
Bimbo God.
Can't call
Please don't call her that. That was a one-time thing I said to be coy. Do not call her that. You'll probably be meeting with her at some point.
I won't. Just a little funny inside joke.
Neither of us have a person to go back to now.
No, you're right.
We're free floating. And I can see how that kind of leads to shit. I went through it. The meaninglessness of it, you know?
Yeah,
having nothing, being nothing.
Oh yeah, sorry to listen in on your conversation, but that is one thing that we need to resolve. I have your old memories, both of yours, and your mom's.
No. That person doesn't exist anymore. They can't exist anymore. And
I'll take him.
I don't want to be him anymore.
That makes sense. I didn't want to be me anymore either. She crawls over to the crawl space, and you see now, hidden under the crawl space, there is a small, line of glowing soul, and she traces her finger on it, and it opens up. She reaches her hand in far past what should be there spatially. You imagine this is where she got the bombs, and pulls out a helmet. You guys would both recognize this because of your software as a psych reader.
Psych reader.
And she hands it over to Morgan.
With the psych reader in my hand, it's... back on the planet, I've mostly just grasping for a sense of normalcy, and...
You wanted things to go back.
Yeah, and that mindset is what led me to, well, all of our consequences, and I think if I were to choose to learn something, I think it's aspiring to be better by contributing my efforts into something that is good for many others other than myself. And with this body, I'll be living forever, so I might as well learn what old me and even older mother has to say about it. So
Alright, well, that's a very nice sentiment. That's very cute. I will say, if you upload both memories, you will go actually insane.
What do you mean?
Alright, well, okay. I mean, technically you could risk it, I guess, but...
Pick yours or
There's... S on the note. They've got 6 up there, and they're not doing too hot.
6
I would
who?
not
People.
minds. People.
Okay.
I would not advise that. Especially if you're trying to, not lose your mind.
Come on.
I suppose there's no point.
Let's not right now. It'll still be around once you're better informed on the situation.
That's true.
You know what I finally figured out?
Can I transcript this and read it?
I mean, you'd be reading someone's entire life.
Right.
It's like a book at that point, right?
No, you might be able to watch it, but it might take some time to hook that up.
A fucking lifetime.
I would just do it or not, personally.
Just read yourself and not your mom.
Would there be a problem with just my old self?
No, I mean, it's the same brain.
Yeah, just learn about yourself.
Well, then here we go.
All right, yeah. You place it on your head. There's a whirring sound. I obviously I've come up with something of a backstory for you, but I feel like at this point it's in your hands, based off of the building blocks that I came up for you, what kind of a person Harper was.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of weird, though. You mentally, you feel like the large bit of you that is Morgan sort of get overwhelmed in a sea of Harper, because there's so much more of that person than there is of you. It might take some time to process all that information. But it's weird. You feel a lot of emotions and memories and just a lot of emotional resonance that you didn't have access to before. There's a lot more to you than you realized.
You're a full person now.
How long does that process last?
15 seconds.
You're asking me to narrate my old life?
You don't need to. Mostly, I'm just saying. It is up to you what kind of person you are.
Well, okay, all right, Michael. I think I've turned a new leaf. A bit brighter of a
headspace.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't want mine.
Fair enough.
I've all this goddamn self-exploration and be putting in a new space, and you know what it's all led me to find out? It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter who I am or what I think about myself. It just matters what I do. And
in that, you are absolutely correct.
Right now, I guess that's the right thing, huh?
Saving the universe.
Saving everybody left.
Yeah. Morgan or Harper. I don't know which you prefer now.
I don't probably be Morgan Harper. I'll choose my last name later.
Sure. You sort of think about your mom with all of these new memories, and you realize her body's right there. And you have her mind.
You could bring your mom back.
Oh.
Yeah, and like obviously that couldn't be something we do right now because you would need certain equipment and you'd have to clear out all of the Kim from what's going on up in there. But she's there. You have her.
And that has sort of clicked for Michael as too. But then also sort of the thought that like there's a Dixon out there who isn't himself.
Well,
What
that's
is
not
that, my Dixon?
that's not
The
true.
one in the shadow drawer?
I mean, oh, okay, you mean him?
Yeah, like there's a Gale star.
Sure. Now, there is, however, though, a Gale star right there,
Right
and
there.
you have his memories. In fact, Soot even says, "Yeah, I have memories for all the people here."
Yeah, but guess what? He's not gonna be the Dix you
He's
know.
not gonna be Dixon.
It's not gonna be Dixon.
And that is sort of if you were following along with what Michael was saying, sort of what he was coming to.
Right.
He is a new person, but
As much as I now miss my mother, it's almost like she's dead again. But I think she'd make a great beacon someday. And that should be that.
so with all this in mind, you thinking about joining the club?
Yeah, I really want I want to do what Suit does personally, but
It's
Soot.
Soot, but okay.
Suds. My
You,
God, I
you
forgot
don't
the
you don't
U.
pronounce the two.
I know, I do think I'd look rather dashing in a three-piece.
Really?
No. No.
Yeah, that's
I'm more of a dress kind of bitch.
really
What other option is there?
jeans.
I'm talking about like fancy formal shit.
Oh, fancy. Fuck would you want to put that on?
She's a fancy gal.
I'm a fancy gal.
Just legitimate, just like
Guess,
formal wear.
Next stop can serve my sentence and convince judge to like me.
Good fucking luck. That'll be fun.
I'm looking
You
forward to
see,
it.
you see, now Haley, kind of quiet during this conversation. She's been pensive.
Yeah.
A lot of the sort of like, she's in a similar situation to you guys, but has a lot less clear of a direction. She clearly doesn't want to be involved with all of this, but she
Right.
also doesn't have a super clear path ahead.
Yeah, Michael sidled up to her.
Morgan will as well.
Oh, alright. This is gonna be weird. Okay.
I feel surrounded. What is happening?
See, I was gonna come over here and like have like a subtle one-on-one, and then Morgan also came over here, so now it's most of the group.
And I can read all your minds, so it's me
That's
too.
you're just gonna be over there all the time,
Constantly.
That's
constantly.
I'll get used to that.
Kim
Michael-
didn't get used to it.
Michael thinks about doing the funny thing they used to do to each other of sending images, doesn't, goes to the image, recoils, just all of that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Well, we were and still are a group. At a crux.
We already hit that point.
do you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like.
I think we hit our like group breaks up moment. I think.
Beyond that, I feel like
Depends.
I kind of want to have the choice to be my own person now.
Now that you are your own person.
Yeah, like I felt kind of responsible to take care of the group, but now you guys don't really need that anymore. All of you have sort of decided what you want to do. Like, I don't really.
I think it would be great for you to start with a blank slate and make yourself your own person.
Yeah, exactly.
I sort of.
And working for a secret society is not the kind of person I want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really good at dancing now. Like Like
Yeah, you are good at
unironically, like I got the best software for it.
Going through it, it's like, yeah, you are good at that, huh?
Yeah.
That's not what I thought.
You might be able to set something up. I think you'll figure it out.
Hey, do they still do ballet? Yeah, probably somewhere. Okay. I can do.
That kind of dancing. Briefly looks over, scans for Pink, just continues. just like, just, you know what I was like. Yeah.
What?
He was looking for the one of the funny
huge tits mod.
Yeah, just like a.
Right.
Yeah.
But so was that it?
Yeah, I'm also just gonna give you my parting words.
Okay.
I don't know. I roped you into this.
I wouldn't say roped, more birthed.
It's less roped and more.
Rebirth.
Any issue I have with you is not what you've done, it's the carelessness with which you did those things. I don't... my existence, though I guess technically everyone's existence, is very arbitrary.
Hey!
So, I just had to come to terms with that. It's not really your fault.
I'll get over it in due time.
I just gotta work things out for myself now.
Sounds great. I'll step out of the group and hop over to Sue.
You just step like 5 feet away.
You sit in the co-pilot's chair.
Right. He thinks the thoughts of you're still listening to us, right?
Oh,
She doesn't say anything.
Oh, okay. And he's just mental thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Just
just silent.
Yeah, that kind of a trend, huh? Trying things, them not going the way I want, trying to figure out what to do with what happens now.
Yeah.
Just sort of the story of existence, huh?
Story of existence, very, very condensed too, over the course of several days.
Yeah, things out of your control. Deal with it. Huh. I guess I just wanted to come and say, I'll be looking for you when we're done, if we're ever done.
Yeah, we have the lifespan for it, and I don't... Me wanting to move on and make my own path doesn't mean that I want to just, never talk to you guys again. We have the brain thing, or you do, I don't anymore, but if you want to give that to me, I can...
Right, of course, we can... I just sort of... I get it. Wanted to move on. Do everything. Honestly, I'd planned to just stay here until the planet blew up, but just sort of, I'll be there, you know?
Yeah. She gives you a smile. She's in a weird headspace right now, but she registers what you're trying to do, and she appreciates it.
Just that. Well, I think Dixon would want to say bye.
I don't.
Bye-bye, bozo.
I think Dixon... I don't think Dixon would, but I don't think it'd be for lack of caring. I think he's just kind of like that.
Just a little off in his own world now, huh?
I wish him the best, while also wishing he does not succeed. Dixon.
Yo!
It's your boy.
Yo! I'm crazy now. Not crazy, just...
You have been wandering the void for amount of time.
Feels like yesterday.
So wait,
Feels like yesterday.
Time works different?
Yeah, time is each universe's time is different. And so between the universes, it's just kind of a clusterfuck. It's like basically how the Feywilds work in 5e. So you have been wandering, and you haven't remembered a lot of the wastes wandering, but there are points that you do remember, because you will enter small, dead or dying worlds. Universe trees that have crashed down and are being slowly consumed by void creatures and just exist. So you'll enter like random like fields or cities, weird architecture. It's a uncomfortable experience too, because you're basically, as soon as you enter, you have to deal with like a different universe's physics. It's a pretty out there experience, but you're currently exploring a shattered city. You're just walking through it. How's Dixon feeling about this? This is like, I don't know, like the 6th or 7th city you found. You can see the tree you came from, the universe tree you came from in the distance, so you haven't gotten that far away.
Oh, God.
You've been sort of like mapping like from each city, like the relative distance to kind of come up with a mental map in your head.
So you're asking me how I feel.
Yeah, how you feel, buddy?
You brought this all of a sudden swinging at me.
Oh, you hit you with the left.
Because now I have to think of how Dixon would grow.
And you've been here for an inordinate or
would he grow wise or?
What was it for any amount of time that you want?
Yeah, and like, expanding on that, like I don't know how long you spent in each city. Could be years, could be days. It's up to you.
Could be lifetimes.
Am I still with? Wait, this is just for curiosity. Am I still with the same sire?
You haven't seen the siren in a while.
Yeah, it's left, so you're on your own.
It leaves and then it like finds you again, and then it kind of goes back and forth. You've adapted a sort of relationship, but like it's clearly got its own business. Is there anything of note that you've looked for in these cities? Like what is Dixon's goal right now?
It's bones.
Bones.
Well, you don't really have access to a soul. If you did, you would be dead.
Yeah.
Because of all the soul monsters around, but they don't really pay you much mind since you don't have a soul.
Yeah. Well, I guess you would be looking into like, I don't know, the cities, different history, maybe how they came to end.
Sure, okay.
Maybe learning how the cycle of life.
Yeah, you've learned all of the information these other two have, and you've kind of gathered that most of these cities it was like a, if not instant, within the span of a couple months, they got overrun by something.
I think I want to take Dixon in a direction where like he's, I don't know, trying to learn like maybe the cycle of like the void and the world.
Because that is one thing that no one knows at this point, is where these monsters come from.
Looking into their origins.
Yeah, I'm trying to look into like, I don't know, like
you have discovered
the nature.
Though it's been hard to map because you have to delete this information. So basically, you'll know it. You'll like write it down or remember certain parts and then delete the rest. Is that their origin is underground. In like the void area, there are like just holes. There are sinkholes. There are caves. They come up from the ground.
Wait, like in the void?
In Oblivion. Yeah.
Ooh. There's holes. Okay.
Yeah. So, I'll say as you're walking through this city, you're like, probably at the top of like an old skyscraper trying to map the area. You feel there's someone behind you.
Oh. Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, sure. What are your skills? Do you have? Let's find no, I deleted Dixon's sheet because.
I did. No, this is what I didn't think of.
Does
my
he have
character.
to roll perception? He's there.
This is more for flavor. You don't really need to roll perception, frankly.
Oh, okay. Well, then I just want to turn around or like look around at me.
Yeah, you turn around, and you see someone wearing a sort of.
Do you want to talk about how I look or stuff like that, or no?
Oh yeah. What do you? Because I remember you chose the fucking freakiest possible appearance for no reason.
Wait. But that was like the goofy fun.
Yeah,
like,
the goofy fun. What are you now? What do you look like?
I feel
now?
like wouldn't I be corrupted or like the body or like maybe like
there's no reason for you to have a physical corruption. But if you want to do that, like I could imagine you maybe changing your skin to be obsidian so that you sort of blend in with the environment. Don't draw too much attention.
Yeah, okay, like that. Maybe like have a stick or something.
Yeah, like a staff or something. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Turning around, you see a figure.
Yeah, you turn around and you see a woman with like a cloak over some armor.
Oh god.
And she's just sort of watching you, shadowed like on the side of something, like leaning against the side of like the door you came out of to enter the top of the skyscraper. She's just sort of watching you, studying you.
Don't interact. I don't know. And who may you be? You who watches. I don't know.
There's a silence, sort of like contemplating. I'm a hero, champ.
Wait, do I still like remember stuff, or maybe like from like before?
Oh
I
yeah,
entered
no,
the
you
void?
remember everything
before the
Void.
time you entered the rift.
Okay, cool. So, can I assume or ask her and assume that she might be one of the,
Six.
beacons? Or
As you, if that's your first thought, then I'll just tell you outright. You hear that voice and you recognize it as the beacons.
the one that I said immaculate.
Immaculate tits?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Yeah, you see, she strides out in very weathered armor. And you can immediately clock. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, roll perception for me.
18.
All right. You can immediately recognize that this person looks a bit different. I didn't really describe the beacon at the time, but the beacon that you saw, like slightly glowing out of everywhere, her long black hair sort of trails out into white. She has her two fingers on one hand are replaced, and each ligament is a glowing stone. And she was covered in like the parts of her skin that you could see that weren't covered by a dress. There were large cracks like glass that looked like sort of like Kylo Ren's helmet.
Yeah.
When it was repaired.
Fused to get welded back together.
Mm-hmm. And there was a pretty noticeable one on the side of her face, like a question mark shaped scar. This woman, definitely the same person, doesn't have those scars. No glowing air about her, and she's wearing old armor. Who might you be? I'm not familiar with you. Around here, I feel like usually everyone's familiar with everyone.
Oh, okay. I can guess that she's been here for a while. Just a person that was curious about this place and these creatures.
Huh.
I just...
You got some drive, kid. This is
You've
one
seen
hell of
better
a...
days from the last time I think I saw you. Or someone that looked like you.
She stops. Who?
I don't know. I saw someone that looked almost like you. Kinda.
She stops. She thinks. When was that? When did you see that person?
I can't remember. Oh,
Can you give me a year?
did I know the year back then?
Yeah, you would know. You saw it on Morgan's phone in Soul Survivors.
He relates the year.
I think it's 4,321 because I wanted to be goofy like that.
That's a random number.
That's
so
a lie.
It probably is a lie. I know it's in like the 43,000s. But yeah, you say the year, and she sort of. Well, that's a bit goofy. That's a little silly. What do you think about that? She sort of like paces around.
I sit down. I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah, she'll plop down beside you. I left.
Two people in a crumbling city.
In the middle of a universe tearing itself apart.
Yeah, she gives you a wry smile like, I haven't been there in a while.
That's weird. Oh, well.
You sure it's that one up there? She points at the universe that you came from.
Oh, we can see it from here?
Yeah, you can see like in the distance there's just a massive opalescent tree.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I think that might be it. I don't know. It's
How
been
was
a
she?
long
How was
time.
I?
She looked a bit more weathered than you. You surprisingly look cleaner for the place that you're in.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good health routine. Say, you wanna team up for a bit? It's been a while since I've got a crew, but we've been sort of doing our own thing recently.
I am curious and intrigued, but at the same time, team up for what?
I mean, there's a lot to learn out here. There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem like a well-informed guy.
Sure, I'll team up with you for a small amount of time.
Sounds good, Chief. She stands up, sort of cracks her back. All right, where to next?